y'all? Welcome back to another conversation here on Fight Talk.
Fight talk.
Fight Talk. I haven't been in front of a camera. I've been behind it for a while. Now I'm in front of it with the homie Carlos. What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing very, very good. Thank you very much for asking. How are you doing?
Awesome. I'm doing well, man. Appreciate your time to sit down and talk about this goddamn event that was pretty goddamn fire, bro. I just have to
It
admit,
was
overall show, overall event was amazing, man. CFC 3 was a success.
very much so.
Yeah, man. I mean, 10 out of 12 finishes. I mean, that is crazy. Just as a event, period, right? Any kind of combat sports, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool, man, because that's what people pay to see. They want to see fights, they want to see finishes, they want to see, knockouts, TKOs, submissions, whatever it may be. Even the 3 5 round wars, people pay to see it. Every single fight delivered. There wasn't like, I got a lot of feedback from people, and there wasn't like that one fight where it's like, I'm gonna go take a break. Like
Yeah.
yeah. Every fight delivered.
Yeah, and even for me, man, I remember one time because I was out there and you guys had me out there, so thank you for having me out there to work the event. But I was like, the fights were just rolling, and I was like, are we gonna get an
Yeah,
intermission? It probably doesn't make sense because everything's going.
yeah.
It just the fights were rolling. The guys, I mean, even with the weather, I feel like you guys did a good job of setting everything up. Everybody came in once the fight started, I think everybody was pretty much just glued on their seats, huh?
Yeah, it was kind of scary. But once the fight started, once the shots kicked in, the alcohol, everybody was warm, and it was good. It was a good night. And the fights, like you said, they just it was like finish after finish, and they just kept like rolling through. So we were scared of that. We were scared that like we have like 12 fights. What if they all go the distance? We have 4 title fights. What if those go the distance? Like we're gonna be there till like 2 a.m. But thankfully everything went really good, and fighters came to fight.
Yeah, man. I know. So the event was set up. You guys changed a little bit of the things, but as far as like, were you guys happier with the how the event started and rolled through? As far as just that event, as you as a promoter, everything was pretty much better than the last time.
Yeah, of course. And you know what? It's like we're new at this. This is only CFC 3, so we're only learning from each show. We're only getting better from each show. We're learning what works, what doesn't, what we can do better, what we can improve on. Like we're far from being perfect. We're decent at it right now because, like I said, it's only our third show.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of things that were changed in the production, and that's mostly on Speaking Rock.
Hmm.
Shout out to them. I mean, they give us all the production. Like, I mean, you were there. It's
Yeah.
fucking amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was, man. It was cool. I think the and then just shout out to Chris who was working and setting everything up. We us as a media team, man, all of us had an individual job, and I felt like everybody that I worked with on that side did amazing, man. It was cool to work with some new guys. We all got different angles, and I think it was
Yeah.
cool that you guys made it a point to be like, hey, we want to get different types of angles, we want different types of content. And it goes back to what you were saying. It's like, hey, man, this is a long term thing. This is a show. This is an event. It's also a fight, and I felt like everything all put together, even in the cold, was a fire ass night.
Yeah, man. And like, just what you touched, what you, just touch on what we spoke about. Chris, bro, that guy, fuck, that guy is a lifesaver,
It's
man.
a full time
Fucking shout
animal.
out to Chris. Yeah, like
Hmm.
he put together that media team. And it has to be because of his military background. Like he like stationed everybody somewhere. Like, don't move. This is your spot. This is your spot.
Hmm.
So, like you said, like, there was coverage at every angle, and we haven't even gotten all the footage yet.
Yeah.
So like everything's coming out little by little, and they're bad. And it's just we don't even have the videos like that Speaking Rock recorded with their badass cameras. Like we don't even have those yet.
Yeah.
And yeah, so big shout out to you guys, to Chris, like everybody that worked the event
Yeah.
because it was fucking
Man,
freezing,
the
and you guys
bartenders,
were
the security, the girls, freaking Mr. West
like
with his shirt off.
Man, like just the people in general, just everybody who was out there, like thank you guys so much. It was fucking crazy to be fighting in 37-degree weather. So thank all of you guys so much.
Yeah, man, I think you guys did a really good job. You guys took care of, and I got to get to know a lot of the guys, and I got to meet some new guys, and
Mhm.
in the back, and there were a lot of the things that I like to see just from as a fan, and also like I'm pulling for these guys that a lot of these guys are like, man, they're taking care of us, man. This is great. Like the setup in the back for all the fighters compared to last time, this was way better. Everybody had
Yeah,
room, and stuff like that. So like
yeah,
those little amenities like that, I feel like the fighters they like that kind of stuff because they feel like they're taken care of and they're out there to bust their butt too and put on a show in which they did.
yeah. Because our first show we had that big tent, and with all the protein bars, all the protein water, like protein drinks, all the waters, fruit, like everything that was back there, we had at the first event. So we thought we were gonna get it. Like that was one of our like, oh shit, look how they take care of us, like stuff like that. And just because I was talking with like I've been doing this so long where we've warmed up like in really shitty areas where like it's just the fighters don't get treated like the stars of the show, and that's essentially what they are. So CFC two came the first one that you went to. Speaking about told us like, hey, we have an event at the tent. You guys can borrow it, so we're gonna put something out like outside for you guys. And fuck, it
Yeah.
was. I mean, it was. They still
I
did
mean,
good. They still had.
yeah. I mean, it
Yeah,
wasn't just outside, but I mean, the tents were there, and it worked out. You guys made it work, obviously. But
yeah,
having that extra space, and then by the way, I like. I mean, I was by the cage the whole time, so I mean, I enjoyed being out there. But it was cool that you guys had the live feed in the back,
yeah.
so
But
everybody was kind of like that had that up too.
yeah. So like, it's. I mean, for the people that didn't get to see the back, like it's the live feed, but it's not like on a TV. It's on a huge like the screen the size of the wall.
Yeah, dude, you're
Like,
like,
yeah, yeah. And you know what? It's a big plus because a lot of us have teammates fighting out there, so we want to see them. Yeah, so I mean, I love that, Speaking Rock had that up for us. And even the first event, it was set up a little different. So the way they set up this time, both teams were able to see the screens
nice.
because it was teammates fighting on each
Yeah,
side. And that back room is something that, a lot of the fighters that have talked about. Like, it's just they never get treated like that. And
yeah.
at the end of the day, the fighters are like they're the stars of the show.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
props to you guys. You, David, Roland, man, you guys did a really good job. And when I was sitting in that meeting with you guys at one time, and just the passion, and we talked on that podcast with A Town, and man, it was cool, like seeing it and being out there, and all those fights were going on. I mean, every fight. Even though I was just my job was just to record corner reactions, but I was had my camera and I was like, what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah,
dude, it was cool, man. I think a lot of new stars were born. We got some new champs.
yeah,
Shout out to the champs, man. We had Santi go to war with Rudy, man. That was a back and forth
yeah.
battle. Dunning went out there and got it done quick and got a title. Who else?
Sable Hoss, Mad Sable
Sable.
Hoss
Oh man, even with that fight with
with Jeremy.
Jeremy, man, holy smokes. Those guys were going back and forth. I mean, the quality of fights that you guys put on, man, like I said, I didn't know a lot of some of the newer guys. They came in, and I
Yeah.
was really impressed with the talent you guys pulled in.
Yeah, man, that Matt and because I was watching in the back, that Matt and Jeremy fight was really, really good. And like I what people need to understand is like, yeah, the fights were good, this and that, but one of the biggest things that people need to know is they were fighting outside. Like all of us were fighting outside in fucking freezing weather. It was 37 degrees. Like that alone is hard. Like even just knowing that you're next and you're about to go
Like
fight in the cold, like it fucks with your head.
I was back there when like there was the intermission, and then I got back there, and then John was warming up, and I got back there. I was like,
Mhm.
ooh, I had like three shirts on and a sweater, and I was like comfortable. But when I went in there, it was nice, and then we started walking out, and I was like, whoa, I can't even imagine having to take everything off and getting in because
Yeah.
as I was recording, like them coming down that, they're like, damn. But then you can see how the fighters credit to them, like they switched that little. It's cold.
Oh
Oh, now
yeah.
it's time to fight.
Yeah, because we in the back in that tent there was heaters, so we were super warm back there. So it was like you said, like as soon as you either warmed up or when you went to the bathroom, like as soon as you opened the door, it was like that. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Like I have to fight in this right now.
I have
Like
to take
yeah,
off all this shit and go in there in my underwear and fight somebody, pretty much.
and fight someone. Yeah, like it's that alone. Like it fucks with your head.
Yeah. But yeah, man, like I said, I know we touched some on some of the fights and stuff, but let's, I got to see you fight, man. So congratulations on your fight. Um,
Thank you.
we were kind of joking after a little bit and we were talking, man. You were like that was the first time I got to see you like, do your thing. Like I've always seen you coach and things like, but you made that walk and that music hit and you were just like beeline to that cage, man. It was crazy because I wasn't even ready. I got my camera and I was watching you. You took everything off. I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, you were
Yeah,
on it, man. You were on it. And
I
yeah, man, it was cool to see you out there and perform like that.
thank you so much. Yeah, it was like when I walked out, like yeah, it's like that switch, like you said, like I wasn't cold anymore. And then once I heard the music hit, I ran, like I ran to the I guess the ramp, and then you could see in the video like I'm taking my shit off. I'm throwing it, and my sandal stuck, and then like I throw it, and like it goes far back, and then either Andrea or my brother they're trying to find it, and I didn't even take like we're supposed to take our time, like David tells you, like hey, take your time up there, take in the moment. There's gonna be smoke. I just ran, and afterwards I was pissed because I was like, no one got my walkout, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, well, because you fucking ran.
I got you, man.
Um,
I got you. I got a
yeah.
video just for you, man. I got a video just for you.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you,
I was able to catch it because the first guy came out. What was his name? My bad.
Giovanni.
Yeah, Giovanni came out, and
Mhm.
then I was back over there, and I heard the music, and I was walking back, and I saw you making that beeline. I had my camera out already, and I recorded you, and you went and do your thing. And you know what? You went out there and won in a spectacular fashion. But even to the credit to you, man, you took that second to say thank you, and then you shouted out your teammate, man, right away. And even in the post, you talked about Piggy, and I always like that you never make it about yourself, even though you just want a goddamn fight. You still right away were you're crediting your teammates, and something that my time's over. Now it's to the next man.
Yeah, it's maybe it's the coach in me. I don't know. It's always tell people like I fight for fun. Like to me, fighting is fun. I'm going nowhere with it. I plan on going nowhere with it. Um, it's fun. Like for me, my wins are seeing Jacobo fight, seeing Piggy fight, seeing Jeremy fight, AJ, Wapo, Chino, all the fighters that I have there, Travis, everybody. Shout out to all of them. And if I can get that, however long it may be, minute, 2 minutes, or whatever, to talk about them, shit, I can talk about them for hours. Like, yeah, I mean, we're leaving next week for Andrea's fight. I'll use this platform to talk about her fight as well.
Yeah,
She's fighting for the inaugural, Fury strawweight title, which is like the first major world title. Someone that someone's fighting for in El Paso. So that's
amazing.
huge. It's fucking amazing, and I'm so excited for us to go out there. Should I turn my fucking ringer off? My bad. I'm so excited for us to go out there, and she's gonna win in spectacular fashion. She's a fucking animal. She doesn't get tired. But yeah, and then obviously the man whom that whole card was built around, Jacobo, went out there and just put on a clinic. So I am beyond proud and super, super grateful to be in their corner, to be their coach. They're my training partners because they beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I'm super, super grateful to be in their corner.
Yeah, man, that was awesome. And then, right when the title fight ended, the let's talk about kind of going in. The one thing I liked about you guys, and I credit to you guys when I talk to people, is like, man, you guys are really like moving like as a unit. You know what I mean? I was just a small part as the, what I mean? You guys have your core staff of people and your core people in the background, working on the flyers, working on marketing. You guys were already talking about
Yeah,
the goddamn next fights. I was just like, you guys had that up. Varela walked in.
yeah.
I was there with my camera. I put out the video. I was like, what the hell? Then you guys put up the goddamn flyer. I was like, dude, you guys were just you guys did amazing, and then that was cool
Yeah.
that happened. Varela walked in and Jacobo was there. They got that little stare down, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Everybody was like standing around, like, "What the hell? This is crazy."
Yeah, it was the show after the show. So I had already talked to Ian. I had talked to him that week or maybe a week and a half before, and we talked about like, hey, if Jacobo wins, you're next.
Mhm.
So like you said, I talked to our media guy. That guy does like our flyers and all that stuff, and I told him like, hey, I need you to make this flyer. Like the fight may not happen, but just in case it happens, and then we give it to the DJ, and then we also give it to the people at Speaking Rock. So when Jacobo won, that's why that flyer right away was up on all the screens. Like we had, I don't know how many flyers to pass out the door of Ian and Jacobo. So we are already selling the next fight before this fight had even happened. It was all a big what if, like if
Yeah,
Jacobo wins, like you're doing. If he doesn't win, well, obviously we'll still get you a fight, but it won't be Jacobo,
yeah,
because him and Cepeda are actually training partners, so they can't fight.
yeah,
And it was just the whole. They have history. They fought once before. It was just like the whole aftermath of how things happened. How they're both super. They're very. How do I say it? Like they're very intense guys.
yeah.
So they were like in each other. Yeah,
That stare
they were
down
in each
was
other's
like
space.
I
Yeah,
I was like recording and I just was like, holy shit. Like you can feel like the tension. They were being
yeah,
professionals and it was like that was perfect. I felt like that as a part like a promotion standpoint was perfect. They were both professionals, you know what I mean? It didn't get out of hand or anything like that. So it was cool to see that cuz the fans can see like, oh shit, July 5th, we already got, this bad blood fight already lined up on top of, fights that you guys already announced, right?
yeah. So it was cool because like the shit talking that happened, from the moment Ian was outside the cage, they were already talking shit, and then he runs inside, and there's like a point where it looks like I'm pushing Ian away, but like I'm talking to him in his ear. I'm telling him like, hey, like you can
Yeah.
fight him already, just calm down. Because I had told him like you're gonna come into the cage, so it looks like I'm like fighting with him or something, but I'm actually talking to him.
Yeah,
Like
I
I'm
heard.
pushing him back, like,
Yeah.
but I'm talking to him. Yeah, and they just both guys did their part. Like I mean, it's genuine. They really don't like each other,
Mhm.
but they're selling their fight like
Yeah.
within 2 minutes of the fight happening. They're
Yeah.
already selling their fight for July, and we have some other big fights to announce. So I mean, I can't tell you yet, obviously,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. But
just the fact that that's the main event. We were gonna do something else, but it's so intense that that has to be the main event.
yeah.
Like and so right now Ian's the number one ranked flyweight in New Mexico. I mean, I know we're in Texas, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, and Hako's number two. So it just they have the exact same record. So it just makes sense.
And
Like
they fought
it's
each other
and
before. Like that's so crazy. You know,
yeah,
the fact that
it's gonna
it
be a
was,
good night.
yeah, the fact that it was so long ago, and then now they're, they've been doing their own thing for X amount of time, new camps, training methods, whatever how that you want to go about it. They're different fighters.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? The fact that
Yeah,
like that old fight before has nothing to do with what's about to happen in July, man. And I know you guys have announced Perez, Cepeda, Solaita, Ginn, Dunning, Gutierrez that I'm looking
that
at.
one.
Yeah.
Shit.
Which
Dunning and Sergio Gutierrez. That is
dude, I didn't know. I've seen Gutierrez because of Instagram and stuff, and I just started just
yeah.
I'm trying to me I'm trying to get to know people in the Southwest because I'm trying to cover the sport. But
Hmm.
when I was like, I saw him, and then I saw how Dunning went out there and did his thing. I was like, oh shit.
And just like I've known Serge and his brother Honda, from events. I don't know how long ago, for a few years. And I've been trying to get Serge on CFC since CFC one. But he's always up fighting in Albuquerque, or he's actually a champion in Colorado, I believe. So it just worked out perfectly, and I'm so fucking excited to get
Yeah,
Serge
man.
on this card. And just like if you go to their flyer and look how they're just talking shit, like just back and
Already
forth.
back
So
and forth.
them they're already, and it's not even Calvin. It's not even Calvin talking shit. It's Yanni. It's Yanni and Serge, and they're just talking shit. Like they're already selling the fight. Like that's
Yeah.
they're doing my job for me.
Yeah.
So thank you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as a promoter, I mean that works out because obviously you want people to fight that want to fight, and then on top of being able to pull that type of talent, to people that want to
Mhm.
show up and fight for you guys. I feel like that's such a big thing. And it goes to show that, anybody who's serious that wants to go out there and compete for you guys, you see who the type of fighters that are fighting on the roster already. So I mean, if you're not going to show up on time or be on weight or do your part, good luck trying to get on a CFC card, right?
Yeah, because even like if you ask my students, like when they don't make weight, I still go make them cut. Like at the show, like I'm not Carlos, your coach. I'm Carlos from CFC. Like you have to go make weight. I don't give any of my fighters when I match them up like easy fights. Look at Wapo's past two fights. They've been super grimy. Like they're really really hard fights. And we're big on the whole like you have to be there on time because we fine you. Like if you're there late for the show or for whatever, we fine you from your purse. Like we take this very serious. We're trying to go somewhere with this. It's not just like a whatever show to us. Like it's a legit business, and we treat it that way.
Yeah, man. I love the fact that you guys do that, man. Overall, CFC 3 was a successful event. Shout out to all the guys that, went out there and, fought in the cage. Shout out to everybody who was outside the cage, everybody with Speaking Rock, all you guys with the CFC. I mean, I felt welcomed. Even I was just a camera guy. All of us camera guys felt very welcomed, and we were so glad to be a part of the show. But next one, July 5th.
July 5th, yes.
Damn, how many fights are you trying to guess around? You trying to have around 12 again?
Yeah, so this last time I don't know if I was talking, no, I was talking to head coach to Steven. And so I was like, fuck, like it was like a week out and like we're still at 16 fights, none have fallen off. It's gonna be a long night. And within that week we lost 4 fights. So it's just the MMA game. So I
Yeah.
wanna shoot I wanna shoot to set up about 15 fights because I know something's gonna happen. And then as long as we have like 12, 13 fights, we still have a full night of,
Yeah.
of MMA. And even every fight that's been announced, it's like they're already, even the out of towners, they're already a someone here in El Paso.
Yeah.
And they're guys that come to fight. So we have 6 fights announced so far.
Yeah. Oh, I
And I don't
forgot
know.
about
Yeah.
Lopez, McDill, Corwin. Oh, yeah. I forgot to go a little further down on the. Oh, shit. Damn. You guys
Yeah,
already
we
got
have, we have,
a third of the cards set up already.
yeah, we have some huge ones to announce too. So,
I can't
so
wait to hear
yeah,
that, man.
I know within the next week or so, I should be announcing at least one or two.
Yeah.
Still working on it, but but yeah, man. So far, I don't know which. I don't know if I'm more. I don't know. I don't know if I'm more excited for Jacobo and Varela as a fan, right? This isn't
Yeah.
me, Carlos, the coach. As
Yeah.
a fan, I don't know if I'm more excited for that or Dunning and Sergio
Yeah.
because those are hit fights.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
I
a good time
mean,
to be a
yeah.
fan of combat sports in the Southwest for sure, man.
And that's what I was gonna tell you. I was gonna tell you. I was like, I'm gonna make sure I tell Jimmy, like, because you're the one that says it. Like, right now is the best time to be an MMA fan. So, like, there's a lot of promotions going on, putting on great shows. Even we go to Albuquerque and we fight. There's a kickboxing event out there. It's great. Like, just in general in the Southwest, there's so many amazing shows.
Yeah.
So
And
we're glad to be there.
yeah, man. And that's the thing too, is just I feel like anybody from as far as Phoenix to all the way to Juarez, if everybody's training and putting on great shows, it's only going to make the sport bigger in this area. There's going to be more opportunities for everybody. More people are going to want to see it. I know that. I remember Roland had a really good point when we had the podcast on A Town. He's like, man, El Paso has X amount of people. We just want like this small percentage of combat sports people to
Yeah.
be interested. It's not like we need a million people, just the people that really want to follow combat sports and support it in the area. Those are the people that we're making these shows for. And I love that you guys do that.
On Saturday, the day of the fight, the pros show up after the amateurs, right? So I was just laying on my bed resting, according to me, right? But I couldn't sleep or I couldn't just rest because it was raining. I kept looking at the weather, and I was like, "Fuck,
Oh,
man! Like the fight is ruined. Like we're gonna have to cancel." And we were talking like, "Guys, are we gonna cancel?" And like the rain kept getting like prolonged. It's gonna stop at 2 p.m. It's gonna stop at 3 p.m. At 4 p.m. At 5 p.m. It was like 4 or 3, and I was looking outside. It was super cold. It was raining, but I have the app, the Eventbrite on my Eventbrite app on my phone, and like tickets were going like crazy, crazy. Like they were selling like crazy, and I was like, "The fuck, people are crazy." So whatever, I was like, all right, let me just get ready because I have to go check into the event already. And when I get there, like it's fucking cold, and there's a huge line of people. My phone's still blowing up with people buying tickets. So just to go to that point that you said, like everybody that went, you are who we do the show
Yep,
for.
and
Like
that's
you
awesome.
fucking crazy, yeah,
Yeah, man.
crazy MMA fans that sat there in the freezing, whether you left after your fighter fought or whether you stayed all night. Like
You
I
showed up.
cannot tell you, yeah, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you guys going out, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who went out there, man. And I think everybody had a good time. You guys had some, yeah, Valentina put the belt on Jacobo, which I thought was cool. Conde was out there hanging out. I mean, it was awesome. And then, shout out to the announcing guys, Head Kick and Cristobal and Uncle Tony, man. I feel like
Yeah,
you guys pulled a lot of talent for this event in every aspect. I mean,
yeah, like
in every aspect, security guys, people in the back walking the fighters back and forth. I mean, the camera guys, like all of us.
yeah,
I'm looking, I was like, damn, we got like an A team up in this bitch of just like camera guys and people that can take care of media stuff. And man, I thought you
yeah.
guys did a really good job of just putting everything together.
Yeah, it was that's that I have nothing to do with that. That's gonna be all David and Roland, Chris. I just put the fights together. These guys are the ones that do all of that stuff. Like yeah, a huge shout out to them. They put, they organized an amazing event. Like I said, Speaking Rock does shit that we would never be able to do. Like
Yeah.
huge shout out to them, man. And I'm so grateful that we are able to do two more shows this year there at the venue.
Two more?
Yeah, we're doing October 20,
What?
no, October 18th. Like it's already like, yeah, we already have that date. It's July 5th and October 18th. We've had them since
Dang.
December.
Dang. Y'all
Mhm.
heard it first, maybe here. I'm not sure. But yeah, man, I just again congratulations to you guys as an organization. Shout out to all the fighters. Another successful event, man. I'm excited for the next one. I mean, I'm excited for any fights that happen in this area that I get fortunate to either just cover it or be there or commentate or record or just even just watch. I'm just glad to be an MMA fan and combat sports fan right now for sure.
Yeah, same here, man. We and I put my fighters on other promotions as well, so I'm not like, oh, you have to be on CFC. Like, no, there's other promotions.
Yeah.
So it's an amazing time to be an MMA fan
Yeah.
because there's a fight every other month. There's a
Hell
fight
yeah.
every whatever it may be. I just love watching fights, and I
Yeah.
love, taking my fighters to go fight.
Yeah, man. I love that, man. Sold out show. You guys did it again, man. Congratulations once again, man. But before we get out of here,
Yes.
you want to say anything? You want to shout out anybody? You want to get anything off your chest?
Fuck everyone. No,
Right? Fuck
there's
everyone. We did it.
no,
It's fine.
no, just I mean, there's so many people to thank, man. But obviously, I have to thank my partners. Roland, David, our team, which includes you. You were at you went to some meetings. Like you see how much we love this company. Like this is our passion. Shout out to marketing hunters who've helped us out through everything. All the fighters who went out there and fought. Thank you guys so much. I know I was there too. It was fucking, I don't know, man. It's gonna make you a better fighter. Just know that you're strong mentally because you just fought in freezing fucking weather.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to my team, Rudy, a fight that, I mean, one fight of the night. It could have gone either way. I was watching that fight in the back and I said, either we won or we lost by split. There's no way that was unanimous either way.
Yeah.
So shout out to Rudy for going out, fighting his ass off. Shout out to Santi. Shout out to their team.
He
Shout out to
took your
Paul
money
getting
again. He
TK.
took your money again.
Bro, 3 shows, 3 bonuses. That guy's got to stop.
Santi,
Nah,
man.
keep
Look at
nah, keep
Santi.
doing, keep fighting, Santi. As
Yeah.
long I told him he always has a place with CFC,
Yeah.
man.
Hell
That
yeah.
guy, he comes to fight, and that's what we want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to every fighter, my team, Rudy, Paul, who got TKO. He's now 3-1 in less than a year. Whatever I fought, but Jacobo, huge shout out to him. Shout out to our corners. We had Mando, and all I can say is Mando. Like,
Yeah.
we had Mando,
Mondo.
man. Yeah, Mando. We had Andrea out there. We had AJ. We
I
had
know.
Jeremy. We had Wapo.
Freaking
My
who's who.
brother.
It was a who's who,
Yeah,
man. That whole night, everywhere you looked, from all the different teams and everybody that showed up, and it was badass.
yeah. It was badass, man. Shout out to El Paso. Shout out to my family, man. biggest supporters. I could be competing in a fucking spelling bee contest, and they'd be in
Yeah.
first row with Carlos shirts, like my
Hell
biggest
yeah.
supporters. And El Paso and everybody who came out from out of town. Thank you guys so much, and I really hope to see you guys July 5th. If you have not gone to a CFC show, message me, and I might hook you up with tickets.
Let's go. Yeah, make sure you guys check them out. They're always posting stuff that's happening right now or that happened in the events, you know. So you guys are pretty active on the page and you get to know some of the people and some of the fighters that I hopefully will get to talk to before that time too, you know. Making my rounds and getting to know everybody. And it's pretty cool that people coming up to me like, oh, you're Jimmy and shit. I want an interview. I'm all, fuck yeah, all right, dope. Let's get it. So
That's
yeah, man, it's cool, man. I think everybody's winning in different ways, and I think it's only going to make the sport better in this area. And once again, man, I appreciate your time, man. Congratulations on a successful event. Congratulations for you to winning. All jokes aside, man, you went in there and you did your thing, man. So it was cool to watch you do it live,
Thank you so much. That's what he gets for fake glove touching me.
dude. Yeah, we could go into that, but yeah, man, there was a lot of stuff throughout the night, man. It was so crazy to
Yeah.
see. But man, thank you so much for your time, guys. Make sure you guys go watch all the pictures, all the photographers, the drone guys, the video guys, like all the stuff is gonna be start rolling out. I'm sure whenever you guys get your hands on those videos, they're gonna be posted on YouTube.
Yeah.
Combat Fighting Championship on all social media, right?
Yeah, social media. We're a lot more active on Instagram. The as soon as we get the fights, they'll be uploaded to our YouTube. Like we don't sell the fights, we let you guys, let the fighters have them. They'll be there. So yeah, we're super active on social media. We're still doing giveaways. We're still doing stuff for the next show. Like if you want to be part of CFC, whether you want to fight on it, whether you want to sponsor, whatever, please reach out to us.
Hell yeah, man. Fuck yeah. So thank you so much for your time, guys. Again, appreciate you guys everybody who came up to me and said thank you that you know what I'm doing. I enjoyed talking to everybody and just giving people my little small platform, and hopefully it keeps growing for everybody. And I love getting to know all the guys, and I look forward to talking to everybody else that fought on the card, and look forward to everybody who will be fighting on the card that I don't know. So if you guys ever want to talk to me and have anything that's around combat sports related, not just in El Paso, reach out to me. I love talking to different types of people and getting to know what's going on outside in this area as well, man. But with that being said, peace out, homies. Carlos, thank you. You're the man. I'll
Thank you
see you
so
around,
much.
brother. Until
Yes,
next
sir.
time, guys, peace out.